Everything's great here, man. It's about 8 a.m. here. Beautiful sunny morning. It's turning into summer here.
It's
So
8 a.m. already?
it's 8 a.m. Yeah, 8:15. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, my clock is wrong. It's 9:15. It didn't do
No,
daylight.
because I thought it was like a 3 hour
No.
difference or something like that.
Yeah, it's 9:15 over here. Sorry, my mistake.
It's all good. Chance, what's happening? How are you? Tell me about life. Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Life's good, man. Working from Sunday to Thursday from 5 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m.
Mhm.
Long days as a Power Ranger, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
I definitely, of course, want to talk about your being in Power Ranger and things like that. But I want to know, of course, 'tis the season. We would be getting ready for Jingle Ball and things like that. And you guys performed last year at Jingle Ball. Actually, your last performance together.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh, man. It's funny. I was looking through my phone the other day and I found photos from that Jingle Ball performance, like just like a few days ago.
Mhm.
And it was crazy because that performance, we didn't know that that was going to be our last one, you know?
No?
So just like it makes it that much more special to look back at it and be like, yeah, like that's how we went out, you know? Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, we loved it.
I mean, you grew up outside of LA, so I'm sure listening to KIIS and coming to other Jingle Balls and performing at other Jingle Balls, how sentimental was it for you guys to perform on the Village stage?
Oh God, dude. It was incredible, you know, and I think just as the whole process of being in real life and becoming a band and meeting all those people that I grew up like listening to on the radio, like the first time I met JoJo, I was so starstruck. I'm like, this is the guy I've been listening to since I was 10 years old. Like, so to perform on a KISS FM Jingle Ball Village stage, that's like, man, that's so up there for me, you know?
And you actually stayed for the whole entire concert, right?
Yeah, from what I could, when we finished the Jingle Ball Village stage and everyone was done performing there right before, and we did the red carpets,
Mhm.
I had to go and move my car. So I missed a few of the performances. Like I missed BTS and Billie Eilish and a couple others, but I got to see Sam Smith and Lizzo. And oh man, they rocked the house. It was so cool, especially Lizzo. She had everyone screaming. It was really
Absolutely.
cool.
It was my first time seeing Lizzo perform live, and I was so enamored by just like the choreography and the way how she's up there belting those songs. And I went crazy. I don't know if you saw the parts, but she pulls out the flute from like the flute comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And she like starts singing along with the flute. And I'm like, God, that takes talent. Shout out to Lizzo. I absolutely adore that woman.
Yeah, she's got all the confidence in the world. She's amazing.
Absolutely. So, okay, I want to talk about Power Rangers because I feel like that is such a big deal. Someone who grew up watching Power Rangers, I think that is huge. I always wanted to be the Black Ranger, and you are living out my dream right now. So, how was that?
Oh, how cool. It's great. I always wanted to be a Power Ranger as well. I mean, who didn't? You know, growing up, everyone was watching Power Rangers and they've been making it for since 1993 and it's 2020 now, still making Power Rangers. So to be a part of the franchise, uh, God, it's indescribable for me, man. Like I really love being here. I've always wanted to be a Power Ranger in my life. And now that I actually get to do it,
Right.
like, it fills this hole in my heart that was, my childhood dream.
So, how does something like that like fall into your lap? Like, how does that even happen?
Well, I had only started pursuing acting for like a short while, and I had only done maybe 4 auditions ever. So when the Power Rangers thing came around, I was like, well, I mean, I'll give this a shot. Like, I don't have any acting experience, but I'd rather try than just let it pass me by.
Mhm.
So I gave it a shot, and I got a call back. They had me send in another self tape, and then after that, they asked me to meet them in Marina Del Rey. I met Chip, one of the producers who's been writing on the show since early 2000s.
Mhm.
And then I got one more Zoom call. And then a week after that, I got a phone call from my manager, Joby, and he was like, oh my God, I'm talking to the Black Power Ranger. And I was like, what? So that's a story. That's the story. But
I am literally living through you right now because like I said before, I always wanted to be a Black Power Ranger, but that's just so exciting, man. How it's just like,
yeah, I originally thought I was going to be the yellow Power Ranger, which would have been cool still, but I'm the Black Power Ranger is where it's at,
Abso-freaking-lutely, man. So how was it when they told you, oh yeah, by the way, we shoot in New Zealand?
Oh yeah, they told us that from the get-go. So I was like, "Oh my God, if we get this, then I get to take my family to New Zealand and get out of COVID and see one of the most beautiful countries on the planet."
Mhm.
So I mean, it just seemed like one of those dream packages, those dream vacations that you always wanted. Like, it seems like I was going for that, and I'm happy that I got it. We're all here
How,
enjoying it.
absolutely. How long have you been there so far?
Since September 13th, I think, and we quarantined in a hotel for 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And then started house hunting, found a beautiful home in Parnell, and I'm just working every day until June.
Is the shooting schedule like insane?
Yeah. We're shooting, let's say, we've been working for about 6 weeks, I think, about 6 or 7 weeks, and we have to finish 44 of them. So it's going to be a lot of work. We're going to be working like overtime for a lot of the days, but it's going really smoothly. Production's going really smoothly, and filming is, yeah, it's going great.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
That you're just out there living your best life. Also, um, are you still working on any music?
I am. Yeah. When IRL split off in January to do our own things and pursue our own solo avenues, I started writing music immediately and started getting in the studio and just experimenting on what being a solo artist meant,
Mhm.
and what kind of music that I wanted to create and what I felt most driven towards.
Mhm.
Um, and I started working on a whole bunch of songs, meeting a lot of different producers and writers, and I've had like this small catalog of things that I've been wanting to release. And right when it was getting to the point of like, okay, I got the single that I want to put out there, let's do this. Power Rangers came along, and so I got swept up in that, and now I'm here. So I'm still trying to figure out the plan, but I think I'm going to release my first single in January.
Lovely. We love to hear it. We love to see it. Is there any anxiety that you have from, of course, being in a group and then transitioning to a solo artist that you have?
Yeah, a little bit. It was more in the beginning than right now, but still, it's like I had been in real life for almost 3 years, on stage with other people, not just by myself.
Mhm.
Um, and so it's a different world doing it by yourself, I think.
What are some of the, I guess, some of the differences, of course, being in a group to transitioning to a solo artist? You know what I mean? Like, what's, I guess, when you are doing a song with a group, like everybody has an input put on the song and things like that. But when you're a solo artist, I guess it's somewhat different because it's just you.
Yeah. Um, I Sorry, my daughter was singing upstairs. um, I've been writing since I was like in middle school and stuff, just experimenting, and music's always been a part of my life. So I've written a lot of songs, but I've come to find out that it's not always easiest to write by yourself. So it's nice to have like another writer or two with you to bounce ideas off of. And if there's a concept that you're trying to, elaborate on, that they might be able to share some insight and get the message across stronger. So it's always nice to work with another writer or two in the room.
So when you're not making music, doing Power Rangers, what are you guys doing as the fam or just solo?
We started rewatching Game of Thrones, actually.
Really?
Yeah. On our off time, like, cause at the end of the days, I get back at like 7 or 8. And so kids go to bed at 8 o'clock. And then we have about an hour and a half to stay up before, we got to go to bed. So we have energy in the morning. And like during that hour and a half, we watch Game of Thrones.
I'm probably the only person that's never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, no.
I know I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen Harry Potter. I've never seen Hunger Games. Blah, blah,
Whoa.
blah,
What?
blah, blah. Yeah.
What have you seen? What are like the franchise? Like, what's your favorite TV show?
American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, yeah. I watched the hotel one. That's like the only one that I've seen, but it was really good.
If you think that's good, you need to watch the first season Murder House because it was shot. The actual house is in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. Wait. Oh, is that the one where they had like Halloween in the? Oh,
they
I don't
all
know.
I feel like all have some type of like Halloween tie-in. It's crazy. I just got finished watching 1984, which is a good one too, and so It's Murder House, the first one. I love Coven. It's about witches. That was shot in New Orleans in 1984. It was crazy. So if you get a second, watch AHS. It's good.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. Listen, I'm always here to put people on some good shows.
Thank you, Jay.
Well, I appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us. I want you to go and enjoy the rest of your weekend or rest of, what is it, Sunday? Saturday?
Yeah, going to the birthday party, Sky Jump place. It's like you know what Sky Zone is, right?
Is it like indoor skydiving or no?
It's like no, it's indoor trampoline.
Oh,
world basically.
That's always a good time, but after like 2 jumps, your boy's tired.